Did you know that according to a research, out of every 100 people who start learning English, only 7 actually become fluent? Think about it. That means if 100 of you are watching me right now, only 7 will ever achieve true fluency. Unless you follow the roadmap I am about to reveal today. Here is the crazy part. Most of us, those who fail, don't fail because of lack of intelligence. They fail because they don't have a clear step-by-step roadmap. They learn randomly. A little grammar here, a YouTube video there, a few words from a mobile app, and then wonder why nothing works. But if you stay with me for the next 20 minutes, I'm going to give you the exact roadmap to finally speak English fluently before 2026. Yes, before 2026. That's not a random number. That's your deadline, your finish line, and I'm going to show you how to cross it. Please like and share the video if you find it meaningful. And don't forget to subscribe the channel if you want more tips on effective communication. Let me throw another number at you. Do you know how many hours it actually takes to become fluent in English? According to a rough estimate, the average learner needs 300 to 400 hours of practice to reach fluency. That's it. And you can learn it even faster if you practice it the right way. Just 1 hour per day of practice can get you there in 3 to 4 months. And in this video, I'll give you a new GPS, a roadmap that has already worked for hundreds of my learners in my inside community. People who once struggled to introduce themselves now handle client calls, job interviews, and even in national presentations confidently. So here is my promise. By the end of this video, you will walk away with a step-by-step, week-by-week roadmap to speak English fluently before 2026. I'll break it down into 3 phases. So whether you are a beginner, intermediate, or advanced learner, you will know exactly where you are today and what your next step must be. And here's the good news. You don't need thousands of random hours. You need a structured plan divided into 3 clear phases. Think of it like climbing a mountain. You don't just jump from the base to the peak. You go step by step. Base camp, mid camp, and then summit. And that's your roadmap. And today, I'll walk you through it. So in phase 1, we will build foundation. And this is where most people mess up. They either skip it or stay stuck here forever. But if you do phase 1 correctly, it will only take you about 1 month. So what is the goal of phase 1? To build the muscle memory of English, not perfection, just momentum. Think of it like building the foundation of a house. Nobody admires the foundation, but without it, the house collapses. How do we do it? Let's go step by step. So step 1 is building core vocabulary and sentence structures. You don't need 10,000 words to start speaking. To begin with, you need about 500 high frequency words. These are the words you use in daily life. Verbs like initiate, communicate, discuss, suggest, etc. And adjectives like polite, flexible, confident, etc. But words alone won't help. That's like buying bricks without knowing how to build a wall. So instead, I teach my students to focus on sentence structures. Take simple sentence structures like I need to communicate this to the team. Or practice simple structures like can you help me with this issue? How about learning this structure? Yes, how about structure? How about starting a meeting at 10? Now, these 20-30 basic patterns become your Lego blocks. With them, you can build thousands of sentences. Do you see the difference? Instead of memorizing 1000 random words, you learn how to actually use English. Now let's move to step 2 of phase 1. And here is the biggest mistake I made. For years, I only studied English silently. But speaking is a muscle skill. Just like cricket, batting or cycling. If you don't practice, you can't perform. So in phase 1, I tell learners, spend at least 15 minutes daily speaking aloud, even if it's to yourself. For example, describe your morning routine in English. I woke up at 7, I brushed my teeth, I made tea, then I sipped my tea reading newspaper. I make small sentences, not complex ones. It may sound simple and sometimes boring, but this daily habit is like weight training for your tongue. Slowly, English starts feeling natural. Now let's come to step 3, and that is our 20-20-20 method. Remember earlier I told you only you need 1 hour daily. And here is how. 20 minutes reading small newspaper articles, not novels, not heavy books, just small crisp articles from any newspaper. And don't go for tough editorials in the beginning. Read small articles and try to make sense of it. Don't try to translate it word by word. The second, 20 minutes listening, YouTube, English news, listen to anything that interests you, and 20 minutes of speaking or recording. Talk about what you read or heard. And don't worry if you make mistake or if you have to record it again and again. Actually, that is your tongue practice. When you do a retake, you practice again. And this is how you train your tongue. And this is a simple hack that most people ignore. This 1 hour habit builds your foundation brick by brick. In phase 2, I'll show you how to turn this into real conversations with others so you don't just talk to yourself. So phase 2 is all about expansion. Once you have built your foundation, it's time to expand. And this is where most learners finally start feeling, yes, I can speak now. But let me warn you, this is also the phase where learners get overconfident and they plateau. They think I can manage small talk, so I'm fluent. But fluency is more than small talk. So in phase 2, the goal is move from survival English to confident English. And the step 1 in this phase is joining a small group that sets up accountability. When I was stuck, the one thing that helped me the most was joining a small English speaking group. Not a huge WhatsApp group with 200 people trying to learn English, chatting in the group. No, a small group of 4 or 5 learners meeting thrice a week online and discussing topics. Applying the same principle, we have made it compulsory in our personal mentorship program that every learner has to meet twice in a small talk room where they practice English speaking. They meet, discuss topics, share mistakes, encourage each other, and be guided by us. It's like going to the gym with a buddy. You show up because they show up. By the way, did I tell you that we train a limited number of senior working professionals in English communication and public speaking in our personal mentorship program, Fluent? We apply our Triple E method and train them in a practical way. If you want to know more about it, take my masterclass through the link given in the description. Remember, accountability is the pillar on which your building of fluency is erected. Without accountability, your fluency dream dies. With accountability, your fluency accelerates. And let's come to step number 2, where you will know about 2 concepts that can change the way you practice English. So most of the learners tell me that they don't have content to practice. 2 concepts that can help anyone create content effortlessly are power of 3 and 10 feet deep. Here's how you use it in phase 2. Suppose you are asked, tell me about your city. So instead of saying it's big and nice, you structure it through these 2 powerful concepts. How? First, use power of 3. Wire your brain to think in 3 points. Think of 3 things that define a city: infrastructure, facilities, and people. Once you have thought of 3 points, apply 10 feet deep concept. Go deep into each point. Think of 3 sub-points for each point. And when you're talking about infrastructure, for example, talk about roads, talk about buildings, and public transport. Similarly, go deep for facilities and talk about hospitals, schools, entertainment. Similarly, for people, you can talk about culture, you can talk about diversity or lifestyle. Go as deep as you can and then explain each point. And that's how you move from shallow English to impressive English. And step 3 is going for real conversations. In phase 2, you must push yourself into real English situations. That means talking to colleagues in English, ordering food in English, participating in online discussions. Yes, it will be uncomfortable. But remember this line: fluency lives outside your comfort zone. One of my students, Ria, used to be terrified of speaking to clients. We created a simple rule. Every day, she must make at least 1 short call in English, even if it is just to a friend or sometimes to a call center. And within 3 months, her hesitation vanished. Now, we enter phase 3, which is about achieving mastery in English communication. So now we have come to the summit, the final climb. And this is where you stop thinking of English as a subject and start living it. The goal here? To speak fluently, naturally, and powerfully, not just in casual talks, but in professional, academic, and global contexts. And this is called specialization. In this ways, you focus on the English that matters for your life. And the trick is this: don't try to master everything. Instead, build fluency in the situations that matter most to you. Let me break it down for different learners. Let's first take the professional, working professional. If you are a professional, your battlefield is the workplace. You don't need Shakespearean English. You need clarity, brevity, and confidence. Focus these areas. For meetings, practice summarizing your points in 2-3 sentences. For example, after reading a short news article, say, here is the key issue, here is the solution, and here is the next step. Now, this mirrors real meeting conversations. For reports, take one company report on newspaper editorial weekly and rewrite it in simple English. This sharpens clarity. And for email writing, practice the 3S rule. Simple, short, structured. Take one email daily, even imaginary. Write it in English, then compare with professional samples. Number 2, if you are preparing for interviews, your challenge isn't vocabulary. No, it's sounding confident under pressure. Focus these areas. Impactful answers. Use the STAR method like situation, task, action, result for common questions. For example, if you are asked, tell me about a challenge at work, instead of giving vague answers, structure it with STAR. And of course, you need confidence training as well. Record yourself answering 3 common interview questions daily. Watch it, note your hesitation, improvement areas, and fix one thing next time. Do some mock interviews as well. Once a week, practice with a friend or a mentor. Don't just answer. Focus on voice modulation, pauses, and eye contact. If you're a budding public speaker, your challenge isn't just English words, but delivery. How you sound and how you connect. So put focus on these areas. Content creation. Pick one topic a week. Create a 2-minute speech. Use the power of 3 framework. No? Intro, 3 points, and then close. Work on your speech delivery. Practice speaking in front of a mirror or camera. Focus on hand gestures, posture, and pauses. Work on your verbal and non-verbal communication. How? Record yourself twice and then observe. Once with sound off, because you observe your body language, and once with eyes closed to listen only to the tone. You'll instantly see what needs fixing. And if you're a housewife, your battlefield is social situations, school meetings, family events, or casual gatherings. You need to put focus in these areas. Parent-teacher meetings, prepare common sentences. How's my child's progress in reading? Or I'll make sure he completes his homework. Something like this. Role play these with a partner. And for social gatherings, keep a few conversation starters ready. Have you tried this recipe? Or did you see the new movie? Practice them aloud, so they flow naturally. And then, speaking at events, write small 1-2 minute speeches for occasions, like for festivals, school events. Practice delivering them with confidence, even if it is just in front of your family. The golden rule in phase 3 is don't learn English in general. Learn English for your arena. If you're a professional, master workplace English. If you're preparing for interviews, master confidence under pressure. And if you're a public speaker, master stage delivery. If you're a housewife, master social conversations. And that's how specialization works. And that's how you move from okay English to impactful English. Now, before we wrap up, let me tell you something very important. Learning English by watching videos like this will give you knowledge. But only taking action will give you the results. And once you take action, you build momentum. And momentum is magical. The first time you speak English in front of people, your hands might shiver. The second time, your heart might race. But the third time, you will notice something amazing. Your confidence will grow. And to guide you, I have given the link of my free masterclass in the description. Watch it to learn effective English communication. Before I finally wrap up, I want you to make a 3-month target for yourself right now. Not 1 year, not 6 months, just 3 months. And what should that target be? Well, to become a speaker. Yes, you heard that right. Whether you are a professional, a housewife, a student, or a budding public speaker, in 3 months, your target should be to deliver at least one small speech or presentation in English. Why? Because when you prepare for that moment, you'll automatically improve your vocabulary, your fluency, and your confidence. And here is your roadmap for the next 3 months. In month 1, build your foundation and practice daily. Spend at least 20 minutes daily speaking English aloud, alone or with a partner. Then record yourself 2 to 3 times a week. Listen back, note mistakes, and improve. And of course, join small group discussions. It could be friends, family members, or colleagues. Focus on the situations relevant to you, meetings, interviews, events, gatherings. And milestone for the month 1 is Start with a 1 minute self introduction in English with confidence, even if you are just recording it on your phone. Make 8 such videos on different topics. And in month 2, expand and experiment. Start role playing real situations. For professionals, practice giving updates in a mock meeting. Interviewees, record star method answers. Public speakers, deliver a 2 minute speech with gestures. And housewives, role play a parent teacher meeting or a festive speech. Learn 3 to 5 new phrases every week, at least these, and use them in conversation. Start speaking with at least one partner who challenges you. Yes, slightly higher level. And milestone for month 2 is deliver a 2 to 3 minutes talk on any familiar topic like your city, your favorite festival, or a recent project to at least one other person. And in month 3, go public and perform. Prepare a 5 minute speech or presentation in English on a topic close to your life. Practice it multiple times in front of the mirror, in front of family, in a group, or in front of camera. Focus less on grammar, more on confidence, clarity, and body language. Push yourself into at least one real situation. It could be a meeting, a community gathering, an online discussion, or even a recorded video you share with friends. And the final milestone for month 3, deliver your first full speech or presentation in English confidently and clearly. Think about it. If you follow this roadmap in 90 days, just 90 days, you'll not only know English, you will use English. You will live it. And when you use it, you feel the transformation. You will go from being hesitant to being confident, from being silent in meetings to speaking up, from avoiding gatherings to owning the room. And most importantly, as I told you, you'll finally stop learning English as a subject and start living English as a skill. Write it on paper. Now, stick it on your wall and every day remind yourself, I'm not just learning English. I'm becoming a confident English speaker. Remember, action builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum and momentum builds fluency. So don't wait for the perfect time. Start today and 3 months from now, when you stand up and deliver your first full speech in English, you will thank yourself for taking action today. Please like and share the video if you find it meaningful. Don't forget to subscribe the channel if you want more tips on effective communication. See you in the next one.